Welcome back to a brand new video. I was really bored and I wanted to film a Wixo video, so I'm deciding to do that right now as of Sunday at like 4 p.m. for me. So this is going to be posted. Yeah. If you didn't see the last episode, go check that out because we have ocean exploration now. Let's go into recap the last episode. We saw the Dutch go ahead and expand into this area. The French expanded more down south. Wales and Scotland were formed. We also saw Venice was created, and the gold team, well, the yellow team, gosh, went into a civil war and released these four nations. Mesopotamia did some more expansion up north. The orange team did some expansion, as we even see Korea was formed, as well as a Mayan Empire. So let's get straight into this video. First up, the first thing we see is some more exploration into Europe happening, and we see more exploration into Europe happening, mainly happening by the Greeks and the Dutch, who are doing more expansion and exploration into the Prussian territories, and they will reach Kaliningrad as this territory is starting to become more explored. As we even see the Gulf team is exploring as well, meeting up with the St. Petersburg area. So this Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a live stream, basically updating the map, adding ideologies, major cities, because I think it's time to do that. Also over here, we see this has to be explored, as we even see this island's quickly discovered, and more exploration into Sweden can happen, discovering these southern territories. As we don't see the Dutch are expanding quite yet, but we do see some more exploration into the Alps is made. And over here, Vietnam has been pretty, not doing anything, but we do see a little more expansion happening over here into this territory. So, yeah, I guess that's good. Over here, we even see the orange teams doing some more exploration and expansion over here, mainly with the goal to make Caspian Empire or something, as the orange team is doing the most expansion that they can. Also, I completely forgot and realized that a Norwegians Wixo started over here in Egypt. I forgot about that. I was watching episode 22 of season 2, and I realized that it started in Egypt. I'm sorry if anybody thought I was copying him. I wasn't, and I completely forgot. So, whoa, what is happening? What? Okay, let's get back to this. We do see the Mayan Empire over here. We'll be doing some more expansion, mainly into the mainland. As and then we see Carthage is doing more exploration into the Sahara, with just the main goal of claiming more land. But they do stop basically where the Roman Empire got to, and they start to do more around the coast, reaching the Senegal area, as the sea exploration is made. As over here, we even see they meet up with, I have no idea what this lake is called. I think it's Tanganyika. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. As we see more exploration into Ethiopia is happening, as this territory eventually is discovered, but they stop once they get to that point. As we see, finally, another war will be breaking out. This war is going to be another Mesopotamian war, or Arabian war. This is going to be between two closely allied nations, I would say. This being over here in, West Arabia and Mesopotamia. East Arabia, after Egypt absolutely demolished them. Also, Egypt is huge. These guys have becoming really unstable, and they really hate how this capital is super close to their territory. So they go on and decide to team up with Greece, someone who they hate, as well as these guys, and Crimea, as well as the Orange team. And they will be forming basically a pact to destroy Mesopotamia. So we can get into this. The first nation, of course, to invade is going to be the blue team, as they go ahead and decide to invade into mostly the desert areas, go and enable rivers, just so I know where it is. Over here, they meet up with this river in Anatolia. And Greece's invasion will go ahead and officially start as well, capturing the other part of the Strait of Bosphorus. That is not what I think it's called. But over here, we even see these guys wanted to capture the river, as the first war they enter is, of course, a very deadly war, which, yeah. And Crimea will even decide to do and make a landing over here in Anatolia. As we even see, Kuwait will officially join in, invading into more of these territories. As we see in the process, an area out of these guys goes ahead and breaks away. This area is an area over here out of Azerbaijan, and they decide to go ahead and break away, forming the nation. They say, I'm going to change up that color. This is the nation of like Azerbaijan or the Caucasia, who knows, as they meet up with the Black Sea, splitting this territory into two, and eventually they will capture this territory. As we see, these guys will quickly also hold under the capital with under siege, as Greece will invade and meet up with this river and stop at that point. As over here, the blue team will meet up with the Black Sea, and eventually at this point, it's a free-for-all. As we can see, basically this war ends, and we could take a look at what these guys decide as a peace treaty. As our peace treaty will look like this. As we see over here, Sinai, or the blue team, will annex these territories, having now a lot. Greece will go ahead and annex all of this. As over here, Crimea will annex these northern Anatolian areas, and these guys will take this. We also see Caucasia is formed, and Kuwait will take these territories. Over here, we see two new nations are born, one being Persia, and the other being Anatolia. Of course, they're forced to move their capital from this city, which is now split into two, and they go ahead and place it on the next best place to place it, being right here in the center of the nation. And borders now look like this over here. First up, new capitals. Persia's capital is going to be placed over here. And over here, theirs is going to be placed up here near this river. As now we see the next thing that will be happening is not another war, but this will be some more exploration. We see Korea will explore the rest of the Korean peninsula, and then we'll go ahead and explore it navally, of course, marking that for Korea for now. And over here, we see the more of the Baltics is starting to be discovered. As we see, they eventually stop as nations kind of want some territory over here. Not before the Dutch discover the southern parts of Norway, and eventually they discover all of this right here, as well as like the Stockholm territory. This does now make it, as the Black Sea is more discovered, and for some reason this island isn't discovered. But we do see the rest of Scotland is discovered. Yeah. As we even see Ireland is starting to be discovered, as they meet up over here with Ireland and they discover and make this territory. As now we see some nations decide to go ahead and expand. First up, I'm going to be using just this. The Dutch go ahead and finally meet up with the French over here and will claim over these territories for themselves, as well as some Swedish territory, making this little claim right here. And eventually the Dutch will look like this. Over here, now the French go ahead and meet up with Carthage and will claim over these territories. And over here, we even see the yellow team will go ahead and do some expansion, claiming over all of the territory they basically discovered, as we even see this needs to be discovered. Over here, Venice will go ahead and claim over some territory, meeting up with most of the Alps, as we even see some other nations do some expansion. One of these being Romania, who goes ahead and claims over just this territory, not wanting to expand too fast. And then this leaves the Greeks to go ahead and expand more into the Balkans and claiming over that. Over here, I would say this is like Russia or something, or Kiev, and they go ahead and claim over all of this territory. Just for, I don't know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, this is what the new European borders will look like, as we see a brand new nation is formed. There is not a dark blue country for some reason, which now we do see it's formed over here in the Polish areas, as a brand new nation sets themselves up. As we even see another nation is formed, this being along the, over here. This being the nation now going to be known as, well, South Norway. As South Norway is formed, or just Norway for now, they go ahead and meet up with these territories, and Norway is formed. We also see, of course, capitals need to be placed. Poland's capital is going to be placed down here. For some reason, not near the coast where every other nation's capital is, except for Greece. They're weird. And Norway's is placed right here. So this is what it looks like. Also, is there even a river running through that? Barely. And it's, yeah. Also, these guys, I realized that that color already exists. So we're going to give them a unique color to Portugal. It's going to be this color. Well, speaking over here, we see Carthage wants to buy over some territory from the Egyptians, and they go ahead and buy over this territory because the Egyptians were too close to the capital, and those borders looked idiotic. Over here, we see some other stuff will be happening as eventually the Baltics are starting to be discovered as they meet up with the Bay of Latvia. As you see, less and less exploration is happening over here, as they don't really care about this territory, I guess. But that will end it off for our European exploration. Europe is coming together better than over here, as these borders also look much better than over here. Speaking of over here, we go on to see more exploration as they decide to explore the rest of this lake. Once again, tell me in the comments if you know the name, because I don't. As we see, they go ahead and do this, forming that. As we go ahead and see the Egyptians get themselves into a war, this being with the South Nile nation. These guys broke away, and Egypt wants it back, and yeah, that war goes over by pretty quick. And Egypt will decide to fully annex it, of course, being the early days, as the Egyptians also claim over some more territory over here. As we even see, they buy off some territory from North Ethiopia, and just to make the border look better. As we even see, this territory is finally going to be claimed over, as the green team claims this, the yellow team, light yellow team will claim this, and the pink Indian team will claim that. We even see India is starting to do some more expansion. These guys were tiny in the first episodes, and now they're not. Vietnam also claims over all of this, as we also see they start to claim over more of the Burman areas, as well as more Malay. Also, if you guys want to see me do some more layers, add some more, tune in on Wednesday. That'll be fun. Also, I forgot to give these guys a capital. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We see their capital is going to be placed right there. We also see some new members into this military alliance over here. As we see, they want to do it for mainly protection against outside powers and some other things. But we see Portugal will go ahead and join in on this military alliance. No one really knows why they joined. They think they did it for protection against Carthage. But we also see Venice will join in, as well as Wales decides to join, and then Scotland. As eventually we also even see Poland will go ahead and join. And that will end it off for Europe for the rest of the episode. As we see, a couple more things will be happening for this episode, such as a group of explorers. I just spoiled it. Oh my gosh. A group of explorers from Egypt, Ethiopia, South Sudan or something, I don't know, and Uganda will all be heading down here to this area, and eventually they get lost. Where do they get lost? Right next to the ocean. As they go ahead and just claim this territory as a brand new thing, and eventually we see they will form a brand new nation over here. This being the nation of South Africa, basically. With South Africa being formed, there's only about 250 people living here, as their capital is going to be placed right there on the ocean. As we even see, ocean exploration needs to be done, of course. So, that is the wrong color. What? As we see, they go ahead and explore these territories within the ocean as a brand new South African nation is formed. But that will end it off for today's Wixo video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. I was bored. I like filming Wixo. The live stream Wednesday will be sick. You guys will be able to see this map. This is coming out Monday for you guys, so tomorrow for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Go join the Discord server. Link in the description, as well as link in my bio. Subscribe. Remember, we are in a sub race with Lachlan Mapping. First to 100 subscribers. Right now, I'm in the lead, but only by, 14 subscribers right now. And, yeah, Viewer Wixo update. It should be part 5 now, maybe part 6 when this is coming out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.